Welcome, lazy gamers. Welcome back to our History Untold. Off camera, I went through my economy screen and managed some of my supplies. Made sure that things are being produced in the way that I expected them to. The main thing here was that in the Great Hearth, I made sure that I'm actually making two jewelries instead of the one that I had plugged in the last game. Simply because I know that two of my cities are actually using jewels now. Seeing feasts and baskets here, feasts and jewels, feast and grain, and feast and jewels in the capital. So just wanted to make sure that I'm not losing out on it. At the point that we stopped the last video, we were about to form a religion, and we also have I think I had this for a while, and I kind of just completely forgot about it. But there are things that I can pick in the culture traits. Now, I do want to keep like these 50 influence handy, just so that if I can buy some land if I need to. But besides that, I think I'm going to lean into some of the traits. Let's see. Let's take a look at these traits here. Shared identity is where I get 10 culture in cities where my religion is dominant. Let's see. Let's take a quick look here. I think everybody's unstructured right now. Okay, so this might be a very useful thing to pick up. And 4 religion spread distance to your capital, which will actually be useful. Plus 10 golden age points would also, but I think this is a one-time thing, which may not be something I want right now. I think I'm going to pick shared identity here. Make sure that I get way more culture than I'm getting right now. And let's lean into a religion now. So, the thing with religion is, let's just pick a custom religion for now. Because the improvements are the ones that are significant. And the improvements I can build are the sacred temple, the gurudwara, the mosque, the pagoda, and the cathedral. And each of them gives just a flat, like a single prestige on completion and 1 city religion spread distance and 5 religion spread strength. But it's the same. It's not like if I build a different building, I will get different benefits. So the only thing that's important here is what you need to construct these religion buildings. So for example, the sacred temple needs candles, the gurudwara needs concrete, the mosque will need concretes and candles, so it becomes a little harder to build overall. The pagoda will need concretes and candles again, because you need both those things. It'll be harder to build. And the cathedral of all things needs stained glass, which is probably among this bunch the hardest to build. So I'm going to pick between the sacred temple and the gurudwara. And it really doesn't matter. I think concrete is overall easier to build if you have a strong ceramics industry. Since version 2.0, I think the sacred temple will be the easiest to build, because candles are actually fairly easy to get going. I think I'm going to lean into a religion that gives me the sacred temple. Now, if you go back and decide to pick a predefined religion, let's say if I pick Shinto comes with the pagoda, and you can't change that. And I know I want a religion that gives me where I can build a sacred temple. So I'm going to pick the first one I see. Okay, Hellenism is fine. You can go ahead and create a custom religion and name it what you want, but pick a symbol what you want. But I just want to keep it simple here and pick the first religion that gives me a sacred temple here. And yeah, that's it. I think next turn we'll be able to pick our verses. Now, what's our big plan? Our big plan is to take out Aachen as soon as we can. And we will be able to declare war on Charlemagne in 19 turns. So that's a good enough amount of turns. What I do want to do is I'm going to reform all my units and make sure, because I'm already building some more units too, and I'm going to make sure that I am reforming into something probably better than what I already have. So let me just go ahead and put everybody in the reform queue. Yeah, all of these can be reformed. So I think we can take a look next turn and see where we stand. Alright. Yeah, so besides the scout, we have 15 units in reserves right now. And I do want to start deploying things here. And my security in this city is 62, 47, 47, and 52. I do want to make sure I can raise the security a little higher. So let's see, can I upgrade? I can't upgrade my watchtower, but I think I can build a barracks. Oh, not right now. I think in the next era, in 4 turns. In 4 turns, and I definitely want to rush this barracks out as soon as possible. Because the barracks building is going to give me 15 security. So from 62, it takes me up to 78 or 77. And from there, I can plug in an expert. From 77, it'll take me to 87, I guess. And I'm still short, but I think I can deal with it. I can live with that. 80 plus security is not bad. And as long as I deploy my units with that strength, I'll be okay. Now, in hindsight, I should have probably held off on reforming these units until I had the barracks up, or until I was close to getting the barracks up, because right now I do not have any military, which I don't know. Maybe we'll be okay for a few turns, not getting war decked by somebody else. Charlemagne can't attack us because we just concluded a war, but although our relationship with Mexico is great, Ostrich is kind of okay. I don't trust them. I mean, things can happen. Right. Now, this city here... Let's see. I will need an altar in many of these cities. I do want to put a ceramic shop right here, but it's not urgent right now. Can start a wonder, which actually I will do. Now, Stonehenge gives me knowledge and culture, and I think Stonehenge would be okay. And I will build the Great Pyramids of Giza somewhere. I think I want to start it right now. 21 turns is a lot, but it's fine. We have a verse. 5 bonus experience from defeating enemy forces. 25% engineer pick chance. And 1% growth in your capital for each city you control. I think this is better in the long run. Yeah, let's see. Let's take a quick look at our paragons. You are supposed to be assigned to a fort. Okay, so I think I goofed up here. So one thing that Wilma gets is when all paragons are tasked, she gets more culture. That is good. Now, I'm not sure whether it means all paragons in all the slots or only the paragons that you have earned. So I definitely want to assign Sun Tzu to something. In fact, as a military advisor would be fantastic here. Bonus experience to all newly trained forces would be good, and I'm going to assign him. Okay. Now, yeah, the verse that we were supposed to pick, an engineer would be, big chance would be okay. That would be okay too, but I think I'm going to pick the growth here. Incoming gift. But is a gift really a gift if it comes wrapped in the list of grievances? I mean, I don't know what. There are no conditions to this gift, but if I decline, I'm not sure. I mean, I could accept, just take this feast. I don't need the feast. I can take it though. I don't know from a diplomatic perspective, accepting a gift and then declaring war in like 17 odd turns, which we will, is going to have a negative impact overall with the others. In that case, just in case that's a mechanic that I haven't yet discovered, I'm going to decline this. Yeah. And this is workshop number 2. And workshop number 2. So workshops, let's take a quick look at our workshops here. So our main workshop has a priority queue of making lithic tools, baskets, and ropes. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, we did spend some lithic tools to make Stonehenge, so it's kind of things I've kind of flipped, which is fine. Now, I wouldn't mind the same priority queue to kind of carry over, but in the second workshop, I think I can do something different. I think maybe you should get, like, let's say 8 wheels. For now, you can spend the timber, that's fine. And 1 every 2 turns is okay. So let's get 8 wheels here. And after you're done with the wheels, you can maybe get, I get 5 furniture. That's fine too. That is a lot of timber, but it's fine. And the The reason we are making the furniture here is the furniture can plug into our dwellings. We don't have too many dwellings here, so maybe just get 3. And the dwellings, it adds production to the dwellings. So just a little bit more to help things along the way. Changing governments, yes, I think we should, because we are still in chiefdom, and I think moving to theocracy would be okay. And the policy that we want, so our city cap has gone up. We can support 2 more cities, and one of them hopefully will be the Aachen conquest. Let's see. I think the +5 quality of life stats with religion improvement is going to be very useful, and let's switch that. Okay. All right. So in that, having done that, I think having an altar in the city would also be okay. So let's get that. All right. And we are building war elephants. Okay. I had queued this bunch up at the end of at the last video, the last session, and maybe I need to revisit some things here. What is the capital doing? I think some of the stuff the capital needs to take over. The capital is finishing his dwelling and getting the weaver. The capital already has an altar, and the capital actually is strong. The capital has a good decent amount of production. So I think, okay, let's do it this way. Amsterdam, I think, needs to get the altar out right now. So we'll move the altar up. And as far as these units are concerned, I'll leave them in the queue here. But after the altar, I will definitely build the barracks here. But I'm going to start working on a war elephant, a spearman, and an archer in the capital. I think that's okay. So after the weaver, let's do it like this. Now this city here is building a hunting camp in 8 turns, and that hunting camp will unlock ivory, actually elephants and ivory. Elephants I already have. How many elephants do I have? I have just 1 elephant in my yeah, actually maybe since I have 2 nodes, maybe make ivory with 1 and make elephants with the other, and I think I should be good for the foreseeable future. All right, and I'm building up reserves. Should I deploy something right now just so that I think I will. I think I have 0 forces right now, and I think let me just go ahead and deploy a wedge. These guys can be upgraded, but I don't think you can upgrade them into anything better. Okay, I'm just going to deploy 1 unit here, and this is like more like an emergency in case shit happens unit. And since I am building the altar here, I think I'm going to change my government policy. Instead of the quality of life stats, which is only going to be effective in the capital right now, I'm going to get the 50% build production towards religion improvements, just so that I can build this faster. All right. We are at ironworking now. Okay, let's take a quick look. We are in the Iron Age. A few others are in the Iron Age. Most of the others are in the Bronze Age. That is good. Having Charlemagne behind us in tech is actually good, because we know for a fact that he doesn't have siegecraft. It gives us an edge when we try to take a city out. Now, since we have that, I think I'm going to queue up a barracks here, and the barracks will need to come out immediately after the altar. There are a couple of things here, right? I mean, this moving this up and down using this arrow keys. I really wish that at the next iterations of this game, we would get like a drag and drop functionality enabled. Will be a very useful quality of life improvement. The other thing here is, now if you notice, I've been stacking so both my watchtower and my barracks are military improvements. And I'm putting them in the same zone, because down the line, I will be putting a blacksmith in here. I will not put it. I will not place it right now, just yet. But when I do, know that the blacksmith gets a 50% craft production for each military improvement in the region, which actually is quite useful. Although the blacksmith by itself is an industry building. The other thing you can do is you can plug in some science buildings also in this slot. Maybe probably in this last slot, maybe a library or a school. And that too gets a benefit from military improvements. But that's for later. But know that it helps when you stack certain things together like this. What's the next tech that we want? I think irrigation would be a safe tech to get. The game says that I just need 2 more techs to move to the next era. I don't know. I thought I was hoping that I would have had a weaving industry going, in which case I would have probably picked textiles also. But for now, I think irrigation now, and very likely I'll be flipping a coin between one of these two. There's a chance that I may go for both before I decide to jump into the next era. But let's see. I think irrigation is a must, and then we will see what else we want. We have another religious verse. Happiness in all cities is always great. Wealth per turn is nothing to scoff at. Housing in all housing, I don't think is a Wilma already has an edge with housing in her secondary cities, not her capital, but I think we are okay. But I think among choosing between happiness and wealth, I think the happiness overall is going to be better. Let's do that. And if you notice, 18 turn Stonehenge dropped to 17 turns because happiness, I think I've said this like 12 multiple times since the last video, but happiness literally translates into production. Always good. And the weaver is 2 turns away. Can I buy it? 75. I think I want to save this because I probably may need to use my gold to buy military. But once this is complete, you are going to start working on elephants and military. That's fine. And we met Amani Renas of the Kush. Alright. I don't remember what kind of a map setting I started with. I thought it was a fractal map, but this feels like it is a very Pangea map, maybe. I don't know. Interestingly, okay, so we do have some options here. I can put one city down on this peninsula. I can put one more city maybe up here. Might be too close to the capital, but I think it'll be fine. I think one city up here into this peninsula, because I want to get my fishing industry, or rather I would want a city that can grow to this fishing industry as soon as possible. I think there is enough room around the capital to grow tiles. Okay. The capital has a claim. That's good. Picking a claim that gives me an option to put down the pyramids of Giza is what I want to do. I think this 2-zone region is perfect for that. Let's do it. And I do have a slot for one more amenity in this city. The city has grown now. I think grain store. I think I have enough grain stores. I could plug in baskets too, but I think grain stores is fine. So among all the amenities I have, feasts, jewels, grain stores, and baskets are my 4 top ones. In fact, if I 3 is the limit in any city, I would say feasts, baskets, and grain stores are it. I probably should start planning now to think about more amenities. Probably some of the better ones. I think festivals would be online soon, I'm guessing. But along with festivals, maybe trade goods and garments and maybe something else would also be very useful. Some of the complex amenities which have a complicated supply chain tend to give you more quality of lifestyle benefits. So in the long run, I would say feasts literally would get replaced by festivals, and that would be a big plus. To get to that point, we have a lot of work to do setting up that industrial supply chain. The weaver does come online next turn, 16 turns there. I'm tempted to buy this. Okay, let's see. 5 turns to build that. Build the altar. After that, the barracks is 12 turns, so I will definitely be buying something or the other. I think I'm going to buy the altar here. I know it costs a lot of gold, but I will buy it. And I will flip my policy from 50% build production to +5 quality of life stats. And I think I'll need to buy the barracks too. And then I want to start deploying my units. Because at this exact turn, I am 14 turns away from having the ability to declare war. And we have met Zenobia. All right. I think that's how many people have we met? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we are the 8th. I don't remember if this is an 8-player game or a 10-player game. But okay, let's see. I think it's easier to tell from here. From the standings, yeah, we are an 8-player game. And we have slightly fallen behind in our prestige, but we are not too far away from Amani Renas, who's number 1 right now. In hindsight, maybe playing at Duke difficulty was I probably made it easier on myself. I think I could have easily gone with Grand Duke and had a very similar game. Let's see how deep we can go before we can eclipse everyone else. We built our first weaver. Now the challenge here is, with our weaver, I would love to build fabrics, but our fabrics are going to be a little slow because the only thing that we have is to help along the fabric production is furs. Let's keep it at 13. That's fine. Okay, I think I might need to revisit this later because I do want to create a supply chain that gets me tunics. To construct tunics, you need fabrics, and once you do that, all you get as an amenity is +5 prosperity. But I found tunics to be very useful when you have a good production of tunics. You can actually use them to make fine garments, which is, I think, unlocked at textiles, which we can unlock actually pretty soon from this point on. But when we get fine garments, those fine garments actually give you a whole host of quality of life stats, which is very useful. So that might be something we want to lean into. Canada has changed from friendly to neutral. Canada is far away. I don't think we need to worry about them. Mexico, 2 grain stores for 20 relationships. We are already close with them. Since I know I'll be going into war on one front, I think... and I can afford to give him the 2 grain stores, that's fine. Let's keep him as friendly as we possibly can. And that's our unit. I think just stay fortified for now. Okay, so 10 turns for the barracks. I would want to buy this out. Maybe I can't do it just right now. I'll have to wait for a few turns. My security is at 67. It went up by 5 because of the altar. And from 67 it'll go to 82, and with the +10 I will be deploying like 92 security units. It looks like Mexico is like creeping into Aachen's natural land. So yeah, just seeing how how the AI is growing out its land. Once we take out Aachen, we have no reason to stay at war with him. We can leave him alone. But once we take out Aachen, we do still have some city capacity, and I think I will probably have to think about a settler or two. Okay. Okay, irrigation's done. Textiles or hospitality? Hospitality will give me the ability for candles. Gourmet meals are good. The gourmet meals can only be built in inns right now. Question is, will I be making them? Yeah, I don't have a supply chain that can. I do have syrup and spice potential. That's pretty much it. Maybe I leave hospitality behind. Maybe I skip it completely. But do I want to do that? So in the ancient era, I left fermenting behind, so I don't have the ability to get wine. I will forever give up the choice to make wine. Let's see. Let's get textiles. I think getting to fine garments is probably going to be a little easier. So, and it is 10 turns away. So when we get textiles in 10 turns, we will take stock and see who else. If more than one civ has hopped over into the next era, I think I will leave hospitality behind and jump. And we have elephants now. That's good. Event. Shatavka gives me 2. I give them 1 sculpting materials, which I totally can give them. I have tons of that. And I get 5 knowledge in my capital. That is huge. Can also give paper for 1, but I think that's fine. That actually was a very good event or a very good quest for Shatavka. So we are maybe 2 points away. So we get another similar quest from Shatavka, and they will join probably this Watagi city. Okay, 7 turns for the barracks. Can we buy it out? Yes, we can. It pretty much wipes out all the gold we have, but I think I will do it. Capital's production is pretty good, actually. So 3 here. Okay. Let's see. Can I build the pyramids of Giza? I need ropes, and I don't have any freaking ropes. Okay. So one of my second workshop here. I think I'm making wheels right now, right? 3. I think yeah, let's prioritize ropes first. And how many ropes do I need here? I think 10, correct? Yeah, 10 ropes. So what I will do is make sure I have 10 ropes. And I think I need to rush this. Wealth is fine, timber is fine, and maybe save on the leather, but yeah, use the materials. Yeah, I will have these 10 ropes, or this it'll be pretty quick. I will have it. Right, and now at this point Amsterdam has 82 security. I will unplug the thing here, and I will plug it. So I could so I had a choice here. I could have plugged it into the city walls, 1 expert, and could have gotten 10 security for the city. But I realized that this expert in the barracks gives me 25 security, so this is going to guarantee me a 100 security city. Oh, I think it's a difference. I think it's plus 10 regardless. So it was 15 for the barracks itself, and the expert will added plus 10. I think the wording is a little misleading. I thought it was 25 in addition to the barracks, but it's not. You just get the plus 10, so I'm at 92. As far as security is concerned, Amsterdam is at the highest security that it can be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start deploying things here. So let's do 1 default, because the default can use a melee cavalry. 1 archer. Deploy him. We will take the one that we have already deployed, put him back in the reform queue, and let's deploy maybe a couple of wedges. I do have a lot of archers, so maybe 1 line, but I think more wedges would be prudent. And a line, I think, to round them out. Okay. Bribe from Ostish to do what? I mean, I don't even have a sight on where his land is. If accepted, Cherokee, Poland. I do lose prestige if it's accepted. I do get a bunch of things here, but I don't need any of these. Yeah, I don't think I will take this. And we are in a golden age, which is actually fantastic. For 11 turns, so I do hope that I can finish my wonder. Yeah, I will finish my wonder in 11 turns. And really, I really need to get my other wonder up during this golden age. So 7. I might be able to start this next turn, maybe, or maybe in 2 turns. Let's see. Okay. City is idle. Yeah, perfect. That's excellent. Let's do it. And 10 turns. So I think as I get closer to the golden age mark, I will try to go gold buy this. Yeah, I'm mustering a bunch of things here. And I do have more units to deploy. I will deploy them all. Let's see. Another wedge. Alright. I do have an extra archer. Elephants. Okay, so I have an extra archer. I'm building an elephant. And after the elephant disappear. Okay, so I'm building. That's fine. That is perfectly okay. But I don't think I need them immediately. I think I'm going to queue in a blacksmith here. And I think finish the war elephant and then get the blacksmith. And textiles is 5 turns away. And as far as standings is concerned, everyone's in the Iron Age now, except Charlemagne. That is actually good for us. Yeah, we will be deploying our units soon enough, and I can declare war in 5 turns. Agreement proposed, absolutely. I'm definitely taking a scientific or a research agreement is good. In fact, alliances are great for Wilma, because she gets, for every active alliance, she gets 10 health in every city. So that's actually pretty sick if more civs are friendly with us, which unfortunately is not the case. Let's see if John McDonald is going to be someone we can trade with. Maybe Ostrich also. Oh, we already have a trade agreement here with her, so I'm getting wine from her. That's fine. Wine and ingots. Let's see. She might actually give us that too. Alright. We have an event. She wants materials for a better relationship, which is... Now, okay, let me think about this for a second. And looking at our land, we have Mexico, our border, once... Okay, if we manage to take out Aachen, our border with Mexico is going to be... well, we could run into a conflict with Mexico. After that, I think my focus needs to be on expanding my empire in this direction. Possibly put a city up here, maybe even a city up here in the tundra. So it's possible, it's very likely that both Ostrich, the Crow Nation, and Mexico will become my rivals. And there could be future conflict and war with them. Do I want this relationship buff with her right now? It does give me more research per turn, so I think I will take it. It only costs me 50 materials, and that's fine. My material count is kind of low right now, but I'm not too worried about it. I think I will get that up in due time. Right, we have 8 turns of the Golden Age to go and 9 turns for the pyramids. Okay, more reserves. Agreement declined. She declined. Okay. He also declined. Good God. Okay. Anyone else with the potential to... Nope. Let's see if Mexico will take an alliance. He might. No, he declined. God damn it. Okay. So we have a stack of doom ready here. And we have one more thing mustering behind it. That is fine. Now this stack of doom, yeah, he may not stand a chance, but I need to split this up in a way that I can make a play for his capital with a reasonable force that can take out this 55 strength and have another force that keeps this guy busy. So let's do this. Everybody moves to this tile here, and it's only 208, so they don't feel as strong as I thought they were. Let's see what happens. There's no harm in trying and losing. Can I declare war? Next turn. Okay. So let's split these forces up. We have a battalion and a wedge and the line. And this wedge can move down here. And this wedge can also move down here. And this guy, you can join this guy. You guys can wait. Okay, we have our textiles. Let's see. Nobody is in the next age. So I think I will do hospitality. And my triumph, yeah, my Stonehenge is done. Alright. Stonehenge is done. I should want to do this too. I'd probably do it in 2 turns though, not right now. So now question is, what? I think I want to do a short war, declare a war of expansion and just capture a city. Now, a war of retaliation does give me 100 prestige instead of a war of expansion, so I think that's slightly better. And I will take Aachen, declare war. Yeah, he's pissed. Well, he started it. Yeah, you need an altar. And I think I will get a ceramic shop. Okay, I think that's fine. I don't have too many farming blocks. Actually, this one here, I do have a farming block. I might need to take a minute and think about what I need to do next. But after that is done. Event, fish for your thoughts. Negative research for positive. No, I don't care. In fact, I want positive research. I don't mind if you are pissed off at me. So this is an 18 strength guy. I think this wedge can keep him busy. The rest of you need to move in. And you move in from the south. And I want to see if I can pillage some things for benefits. I think I do want to. Let's see. Alright. Okay. He moved this guy back. You can, let's see. Pillaging may reward 20% chance of timber, 20% chance of timber, 20% chance of timber. I'd rather not pillage the farms though, because I have a feeling I'm going to be capturing the city pretty easily. So, I think move in. And you are 57. You can, I can probably, yeah. My strongest force actually is engaged with this unit here. So maybe you can actually try and pillage something. Pillaging the workshop, maybe it's fine. And actually you can also pillage this. Or instead of pillaging, maybe draw some indirect fire on the main city. I gotta try out different things. I tend to fight my wars in a very very simple fashion. Probably try something different here. Which direction do I want to grow out to? I think I want to grow out to this gems. And you have an expert. An expert into the hunting camp would be okay. I think fine. Which, so I already have how many elephants? I have 7 elephants. 7 is more than enough. You can switch to ivory. And now, since you have switched to ivory, I will go back to my great hearth and you will use ivory. And now I can actually, instead of, since I'm using ivory there, I can probably make slightly a few more jewels than I had before. Okay, next turn. Alright. This guy, indirect fire again. And let's see, can I buy you out now? Yes, I can. I will have the pyramids of Giza next turn. You have a claim. I think that's fine. Let's grow out to the north. You also have a slot for... Oh, I can plug in festivals now. Let's do it. We pillage that region. That is good. Next turn. Okay. I think indirect fire again. And we have the pyramids of Giza. City is idle, right, of course. I think finish this farm. And I do have the option to get metal tools now. Let's see, let's take a quick look at this guy. I have 10 lithic tools, I have 15 ropes. So I think I can add the metal tools as a priority here. Yeah, I think copper is fine. So this is a kind of a trap here. I could plug in lithic tools as a supply, but the moment I do it, so I will only start metal tools until all these conditions are met. As long as I have 10 lithic tools, 10 baskets and 15 ropes, I will not be starting on metal tools. But the moment I start on metal tools, and if I plug a lithic tool, which is in a stack above it, I will spend one turn making the metal tool and then flip back into replenishing that lithic tool before I can go back or have the choice to go back to building the metal tools. Now I'm going to keep it like this. But I have no idea if the real-time implications of this creates a situation where some priorities never execute. There's a very good possibility that something weird might end up happening. But I mean, yeah, I want to try it out to see how the game handles it, and we'll see. We'll find out. Let's leave it like that. But yeah, farm here for sure. And I don't quite need the limestone just yet. Can I build another religion building? So the weavers get a benefit from each culture and the religion improvement in the region. So I can build a flower field here. Flower field is interesting. I used to have a very, I didn't think of it as a huge thing. But in this release, in this patch, it does feel like it's a useful amenity. It does give you happiness and it gives you city culture as an amenity. Although well, the flower field gives you happiness and culture, the flowers as an amenity give you a flat happiness, which could be useful, but maybe not in the capital, maybe in the secondary cities. But this flower field definitely helps the weaver make its things faster. So it's just a good thing to have. And speaking of, since we have this done, I think I will dive into tunics. Let's see, we have 5 tunics. We use the fabrics that we built. I don't have a leather industry, so I'm going to keep that blank. So we'll pretty much get 1 tunic every turn. And after that, we are going to switch into garments. Let's say it is 5. And the garments are going to use tunics. And once again, we don't have a tanning industry, so we don't have the means to make belts. So maybe leave it like that and see what we end up with. It is 1 every 10 turns, so I think I can drop down my fabric threshold to maybe 5 again. It's fine. Make fabrics until you have enough, then make tunics until you have enough, and then make garments. And you'll probably end up staying in this loop. It'll be a while before we get our first garment up though. But it's fine. This is just one weaver doing its thing. Now we were still in our golden age and we built 2 wonders. Let's see what our prestige is like. Yeah. Yeah, in hindsight I should have played this at Grand Duke, I think. Typically when I have well before Act 1 has ended and I find myself leading in the prestige stack, the game is just gonna be easy from this point on. But yeah, let's finish this war first. Chatavga needs what? Oh, a horse or a horseman? This is sad. Okay, we have to defer the request for sure. Let's go back to Oshtish. Does she have a horse? She doesn't have a horse. Let's see. Mexico. We have a trade agreement. Ah, sweet. Okay. So Oshtish, I think I can live without the wine from you. Well done. 150. Okay. Nation rankings. Yep, we are tops. Perfect. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we will have a horse. In fact, having a horse is actually pretty good because we can build the excess horses we have. We can probably build some units. Everybody move in. Where did his thing go? He had a... not sure. Okay. So 159 fighting 42 should be quick. There's a good chance that he will send some reinforcements. Event. 400 wealth. He'll give me some wine. 30 relationship. 400 wealth. It feels like an indirect like blackmail here. We are trusted, but I don't have a military now. I don't have a sense of how much military he has, but I think, yeah, it's fine. Hopefully this war ends soon. And yeah, he's augmenting his forces. I think I should, okay. Let's buy this. And I think I have 3 more things I can build, which I think I'm building a spearman archer. Okay, so I will have 2 units, so I think 1 more battle stack here in the capital, and I think I will be good. Get a bowman, get a war elephant, and get a swordsman. I have a feeling that we will be at war with Mexico. Maybe not at outright war, but definitely difficult relationships. There is a risk here. I mean, we have some turns before we can take this out, but if he augments another force behind this, then there's a very strong chance that we will actually lose our unit, our entire stack of doom. Hospitality. Yeah, let's get navigation now. Right. Now this city, I think get the furs first. Hunting camp. The zebra will get us furs, and then we will see what else we would want. I'm gonna buy this. I need to deploy more units out ASAP. And maybe, rush the flower field too. Aha, okay. So metal ingots I will need a lot of, and you can definitely do that. That's fine. 2 every turn is perfectly okay. I am concerned here. He is augmenting his military. And we are down to 87 because we grew 1 level, I think. Okay. Let's see. Now, I don't have saffron, I don't have fertilizer, I don't have... That's fine. I'm not worried about how many flowers I'm making right now. Okay. City tier increased. Yeah, buy that. City tier increased. Nothing. I don't know what increased here. Yeah, I don't have the wealth. Okay, 88 on 45. And we have a verse. In hindsight, right, I should have plugged in Sun Tzu as a force thing. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. 50% build production towards science improvements, 50% build production towards culture improvements, 50% build production towards... I maybe pick the science here. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. 2 more turns possibly. Okay, you are ready. Go in here. Okay. I think I got the city. And she's bribing us again to try and go to war with Pernicus. I mean, the trade goods would be useful. Getting the extra fabrics would help slightly. Maybe not. I don't think so. I can't see his land. I don't know how far. He's far from us and I have no way to reach him. Well, she has been like settling all around me in all sorts of different ways. So I'm not too thrilled about how she's playing along. I think there's a good chance that we'll be at war with her. Okay. Navigation's done. We are... Okay, so let's see. Are we the only ones? No. Amanirhanas is also in the antiquities. So is Nicholas Copernicus, for what it's worth. Okay, so here engineering is strong. Engineering gives me the option to make gears, which I do want to make. Philosophy is probably slightly better because I will be wanting to build my temples, and I do get the option to switch to Republic. The Republic switch is not as important, I think. I think I do want philosophy, but maybe I just don't need it immediately. I do want monument building for sure, to build the monument in my capital. I think let's go with that first. I think the monument is a very strong prestige multiplier. Right, and this city has finished its altar. I think I'm going to build city walls here just in case. And after that city walls, let's see. You have a shortfall in food. So let's see. Next turn I would have switched you out of the jewels, but I think I'll do it this turn. And you switch to festivals. And at least get some sort of growth going. And this is the second ceramic shop. Let's get some decorative vases. I do have a lot of sculpting materials, so it's fine. Like in Act 2, somewhere around Act 2, at least like in the prior, in the pre 2.0 release, I would lean heavily into ceramic pots because I would try to plan for a lot of wonders with mosaic tiles, or rather, so a lot of the wonders in Act 2 actually need mosaic tiles, which can be constructed in the ceramic shops. So I think having the means to make more now is not a bad thing. Now this area here, I haven't built a single lumber camp, have I? And yet I seem to have a very good, yeah, things are good. I want to, that slot is going to be for the monument. I could buy a region for food and slot in, I do want to build a farming block with a water well. So let's see, is there a 4 food 5 zone region? That's 4 zones. That is 5 zones, but I can't grow to it in one turn. That's a 4 food 4 zone region. I can do that. I can actually, let's do the purchase claim. I have 800. Okay, I should probably use these. So let's do one purchase claim. You're going to buy that out and create a farming block in that area. And along with that, 10 culture to all cities during golden ages. Rate 5. It's going to be 20 turns before I can get to my golden age. That's not bad. Musician pick chance, influence per turn for each active trade agreement. Situational, I think. Yeah, I'll pick the golden bloom trait. Next turn, I gotta remember to buy the land in Kituwa. But Kituwa right now has an open slot, and I don't know what to do here. For one turn, okay, what industry would I want in here? Logging camp is okay. What is my expert in the city doing? Yeah, he's in the Great Hearth, and he doesn't leave the Great Hearth. He'll pretty much stay in the Great Hearth. It's fine. Okay, I can deploy something else. Let's do a default with a swordsman and a war elephant. You know, in hindsight, like getting the opportunity or the ability to build war elephants because we got these elephant nodes was very, very fortunate. Because I didn't have horses, and not having horses and not having elephants is like a severe handicap. If you get locked into a small land into a small area and you can't really expand. You can't expand with war pretty much, and creates a problem. Give you 3 fabrics? Sure. I will give you 3 fabrics. There you go. Aachen is ours. Decide city fate. Assimilate. And the war is won. Cherokee has defeated the Holy Roman Empire. We didn't lose anything. We actually murdered like 5 of his units and took out 1 workshop. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. I've increased my military capacity from 9 to 10, I think, with that. My city cap, I can build. I should get 1 settler. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Kituwa, right after you do that, queue up 1 settler, and that's the claim, and you should buy that, and I will place down a farming block with a water well in that area. And we have an event, and here you can take your horses. That's fine. Knows you 1 step closer. I could have built a horseman and then give it to him and he would have joined, but it's fine. I really didn't have that much planning. I didn't think that far. Okay. All you guys need to heal. In a situation where we go to war simultaneously with Ostish and Mexico, things could get a little difficult. It may not be easy fighting a multi-front war like this on such a long line. Because like if Mexico focuses its forces down in the north, having a long border with multiple adversaries is never going to be a good thing. I think like since we have 8 forces here, I think we are forced to make sure that we are maxed out on the number of forces we have. and our forces need to be like upgraded and pretty much be very relevant. So like once these guys are healed up, I may or may not reform them, but I'll definitely make sure I'm upgrading all of them. Now, the next land formation, right, that I can upgrade into happens at engineering? No, not engineering. Something. Scholarship. At scholarship, I can create diamond formations and legion formations. And I think sooner rather than later, I will need to go there. Because basically from 3 unit formations, if I move to 4 unit formations, I can build more units, and I will need to build more units. There's no way around it, because I'm assuming the worst here. I'm assuming the worst case scenario where we are at war on multiple fronts. Okay, turn 142. Aachen. Okay, I think I'll take a break here, but there is a lot to do here, and I might end up doing this off camera. Aachen has a lot of things here. Actually, this is the AI doing. The AI has I have my second great hearth, and I have a dwelling in the city center, which the AI has done. The AI has a workshop and a farm with a live hog. That is fantastic. You have a granary. He has another workshop, so 2 workshops really, with a farm and a fermenting pit. Yeah, this is kind of odd, but it's fine. I mean, another fermenting pit here would be okay. And there is another very good farming block possible here. This Aachen has some very strong farming blocks, and potentially like maybe not a granary, maybe like another water well, and possibly a mill in one of these. Aachen could very easily become like a top city in this empire, in Wilma's empire. I mean, the AI does a good job. I mean, in the past games, I've noticed like the AI would stack like a dwelling and a farm, and like just to random things, which was very weird and annoying. And I would find myself like in many games that I would play, I would just move. Like I would spend like a good 5 odd turns moving things around, just demolishing something in one spot and putting it somewhere else. And it would just be one of those annoying things that happen in the game. But this is good. So now here, okay, let's just do some very obvious things. I do have an expert. That expert needs to go into the Great Hearth, always. Every Great Hearth you own needs to have the expert. And I can plug in 3 amenities. I think a festival for sure. I don't think I'm producing garments as fast as I would love to plug in garments though. Let's see. Let's use it and we will see how things are. It is like Aachen is using the best 2 amenities that I'm constructing. And along with these 2, I think something that gives science and security would be useful. But I think I'll take the baskets because production is key. Yeah, but this is a good spot to take a break. I think the plan for the next session is to kind of consolidate. Basically, make sure our army and our military is fairly secure. I think secure some land spots around us. Maybe plan for a few more wonders and basically be prepared for war. I think that's the plan going forward. Thank you for watching, and yeah, see you for the next one. If you have made it this far and have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share with your friends, or consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, my heartfelt thanks to you. Thank you.